Welcome to Away Days, where I will show you the beauty behind the crafting of the water of life. Producing whiskey for over 120 years, Glen Moray Distillery is located in the capital of Moray, Elgin. The story begins at Elgin West Brewery, which had been making local ale since 1830, being converted into a two-still distillery, with the first spirit running off the still on the 13th of September 1897. Although they were closed for nearly a decade in 1910, they were purchased by the then owners of Glen Moray, MacDonald and Muir, a renowned wine and spirits merchant. Under their leadership, they resumed whiskey production and showed great ambition, purchasing the nearby Gallow Creek farm, whose barley had been used to craft the very first batch of Glen Moray. They brought in 2 new copper stills and a still house, upgrading the distillery from coal to oil. As well as installing modern malting facilities and new barrel warehouses, this allowed Glen Moray to double their output in a rapidly globalised world. Production increased in the 80s to 7 days a week, taking the distillery's total outlet to 2 million litres of spirit a year. Although this pales in comparison to the distillery's new current output of 5.5 million litres annually. Glen Moray's reputation for exploration was cemented in the late 90s when they would start experimenting with their wood finishes. They launched a Chardonnay white wine cask and a Chenin Blanc white wine. These 2 cask finishes are what rekindled the love for experimentation, which now shapes the range you see today. Glen Moray's Adventurous spirit isn't just a recent thing. They've experimented with casks since the beginning. Early 19th century records show that the distillery was using Marsala wine in sherry casks, very rare at the time. Surrounding scenes. If you're lucky enough to travel to Whisky Country and get to adventure into Speyside, making Elgin your base camp is a good idea. Plenty of choice for food and drink, including Badenoch's, Granary and Dicey's. If you're feeling brave, then Joe's for a wee boogie is always an option. Although I would, however, suggest that you venture out and stay in the amazing wee villages scattered around Moray. Anywho, back to the whiskey. Glen Moray would change hands a couple of times after the stewardship of MacDonald and Muir. They now find themselves under the umbrella of France's second largest spirit company, L'Armartin-Quez. They increased capacity and started using the whiskey as the base for the famous blend Cutty Sark, alongside the Star Law Distillery in West Lothian. 2014 saw the invitation to explore. Glen Moray unveiled a wealth of new flavours with the classic collection. Inspired by their Adventurous cask variety, they introduced whisky fans to the first Cabernet Sauvignon cask finish. This sits alongside classics like Port, Sherry, Peaty and Chardonnay. I was lucky enough to experience the Explorers Tour, with a couple of extra drams on top of that. You can visit, tour and taste year round, something you won't find with every distillery. If you came looking for a whisky review, you're in the wrong place. Everybody's palate is different, and to slate or rate someone's hard work for likes and views is ridiculous in my own opinion. I just want to appreciate the artistry and share it with you magnificent bastards. The opportunities the Water of Life has brought to Scotland is incomparable to anything else, both incredibly important to our economy and our heritage. Whether you adore it or no, every Scotsman has a nip of the golden spirit in their blood. Thank you for joining me in Elgin. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe for more Whisky away days.